Sue, congratulations
Very
on
much.
behalf of the Roots of Empathy Steering Group for winning the ManVend Award for Corporate Social Responsibility. Can you tell me a little bit about Roots of Empathy?
Roots of Empathy is an international programme which is looking at breaking down the intergenerational violence and bullying, particularly in schools. The Isle of Man is the first place outside of Europe, the first place in Europe that has actually introduced the programme. And we've been featured on Panorama and BBC Two television as well as a shining example of excellent parenting.
And when you see the children in the classroom with the babies, what sort of impression does it all make? How do they tend to interact with them?
They love it. The children, it's year 2 in the classrooms, and they look forward to it.
So these are 6, 7-year-olds?
6-year-olds.
Yeah.
6-year-olds. They can't wait for their baby week. So we'll have a week when there's no baby, the following week baby comes, and then they talk about it the week after. They all make a wish for the baby at the end of the year. We have a baby celebration where we have a birthday cake, all the parents and the babies come, and they are little the children just love it. The interaction is incredible. It's the best behaved class ever generally when the baby comes in because they are all wrapped, completely enthralled and wrapped with the baby.
And what about the longer term benefits that you see?
Long-term benefits, if we can get children to understand what it's like to feel and how other people feel, and that's what empathy is about really, it's about putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. It means that when they hurt somebody in the future, they'll think twice about it because they know what it feels like. They've done some research in some of the prisons, the sort of very, secure prisons. They've asked prisoners what it felt like when they committed the crime, maybe murder, and they said nothing. So if we can teach our children to feel, hopefully we'll have a better civilised society.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Sue.
Thank you.
Terry,
Yes.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you very
you
much.
and EIP on winning the Colin Stewart Award for Small Medium Enterprise of the Year. This is for your Castletown-based business that is a specialised mobile phone insurance provider.
Very specialised. We're one of these little niche businesses that, I don't know how you describe it. We occupy, it's a global industry, but it's a very small global industry, if I can put it that way. There's probably only half a dozen of us in the world, and I'm pleased to say that we seem to be one of the better working.
And
I think we are.
You have some very illustrious clients.
Well, yeah, and we've got Vodafone, and we've got
Yeah.
Telefonica,
Yeah.
and we're currently involved in a Deutsche Telekom tender, and we get to know the networks around the world.
And how has the Isle of Man been a good place for you to prosper and grow?
We've dealt with many regulatory environments now around the world, whether they be obviously Britain with the FSA, Malta we've been involved with. Just today I've had a fight with the Latvian authorities. It is great to be in a place where you're not tied down with the bureaucracy and the paperwork that these other places have. We couldn't have set up in many other places because we couldn't have afforded to hire the staff they needed just to do the paperwork. The Isle of Man, that's why we chose the Isle of Man in Europe. It wasn't for anything to do with tax, as we keep getting told around the world. It was purely because it let us get on with our job and do our business. And for that we're very grateful.
And what are your plans for the future?
We have a lot of plans for the future. The company will continue to grow. We're branching into different areas of support and consultation for these companies around the world, but we have no plans to move from the Isle of Man.
Excellent. Congratulations, Terry.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to Jenny and Tosha on behalf of the Commonwealth Youth Games Rainbow Army of Volunteers, winning the Isle of Man Bank Award for Teamwork. Jenny, you were part of a team of over 1,000 volunteers.
Yes, that's right.
That's real teamwork, isn't it?
Yes, and I think what made it more incredible was it was a team of people who didn't necessarily know each other's name or had ever met each other before, but it was just a case of, because you were wearing that t-shirt that was about being a volunteer for the Commonwealth Youth Games, it was just about all chipping in together, lending a hand, and just for those that week of the games, it was incredible, really.
And what sort of jobs were you doing? What sort of roles were you?
We had volunteers that were doing just the widest range of jobs, and I pretty much, Sunday morning when it threw down with rain, went out and probably saw at least half of them with some chocolates. So from those guys that were on the bus stops, in the middle of the prom in torrential rains, from the gates at the NSC, to the physios and the athletics people, you know, everybody did an amazing job, and not always in incredibly great weather. So
Yes, the weather wasn't good, was it? So how do you feel about winning?
I think it's amazing. The recognition for the time and the effort and the energy that people gave for no other reason than the fact that they, you know, really loved the Isle of Man and really wanted to show it off to its best ability.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's incredible. And when we did the training, we sort of asked people why they were volunteering, and people's responses about why they wanted to give up their time was just brilliant. Really.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. Congratulations, Jenny.
Thank you very much.
Mike, congratulations on winning the Baker Tilly Award for Business Person of the Year.
Thank you very much.
Now, this is for your role as head of the Chamber of Commerce.
It is, yeah, Chief Executive, yeah.
Would you like to tell me how the Chamber has grown under your leadership?
Well, I've been in charge of Chamber for 2 years, and when I took over, it was very much a part-time role, and initially it was an admin role, but it needed some leadership. So what I did was I took it from where it was to where it is, and very much now I'm the front man representing the business community in all areas, such as supporting them in business development. If they ask me something, I'll try and do it for them. But also challenging government where it's necessary for the good of the Isle of Man PLC.
Now, Chamber runs through a system of committees, doesn't it, with a lot of volunteers taking part?
Eight committees, 90 volunteers. They all do a fantastic job. We've got some of the greatest brains on the island, and what we do is we work together for the common good.
And you're very well respected by government, who use your expertise and your advice.
I hope so.
Those in
Your
committees, yeah.
What's important to me is that we talk properly without point scoring, and most of it is done behind the scenes. To be honest with you, you can only win a battle in the press once. For me, it's all about discussing for the greater good quietly, and then if we need to talk to the media, then we do.
And so what does it mean to you and to the Chamber to win the award for excellence?
An awful lot. Since we entered for the award, I've actually gone full time, which is helpful. But also in terms of Chamber and its profile, it means that we're doing the right things.
And how do you see it developing in the future?
Chamber has moved on since we entered for the awards, and as we stand now, we're now working with the government in terms of Isle of Man Finance Partnership, and I can see us working in other areas as well. And the greater thing is that we all work together, and the Isle of Man benefits.
Fantastic, Mike. Congratulations. Tom, congratulations to you and Bryson and Horrocks on winning the Conister Bank Award for Customer Service.
Thank you very much.
What do you think makes Bryson and Horrocks customer service so special?
I think this year what we did was we didn't know whether to enter again. You know, you're quite apprehensive about it, and so we approached our own customers and asked them what they thought of us. And the feedback they got from us, that the service that we were giving them was second to none, and it was really, really an eye-opener for us, and so it pushed us into it more than anything, and then the snowballed, and it just showed you that our staff are doing a great job for them.
And you've got a pretty broad customer base in the island, haven't you?
We've got about 600 customers over all our sides. We've got print, stationery, furniture, design. So yeah, we've got quite a wide base. Everyone uses us for some things, some use us for more, and we have this quite full solution for them.
Yeah, so what's your philosophy for how you deal with your customers?
Well, we strive to deliver on time. That's our main thing. You know, we've got a 99% delivery time on the date that we gave these customers. They ask us for a quote, we give them a quote. They ask for a delivery date, we give them a delivery date. and 99% out of 100 we deliver.
So how do you feel now that you've won the award for
Well,
excellence?
I'm blown away, to be
Yeah.
honest. I didn't do a speech, I didn't have one ready. My wife was sat there saying, I should be writing one out, and I said, no, you never know.
So you were surprised?
I was I was totally shocked, to be honest, because you put yourself up there and you hope, and fingers crossed, and amazingly it came off.
Congratulations.
Thank
well
you very
done.
much.
Yeah. Jan, congratulations on winning the Britannia International Award for Charity, Cultural and Social Enterprise. Now this is through your work with Breakthrough Breast Cancer. You're accepting this award on their behalf.
On behalf of the whole group, yes.
But you started the group, didn't you?
I did, yes. I started it 20 years ago.
Yeah, and how has it grown since then?
Well, it's grown slowly. The first few years there was still 3 or 4 of us. And then really in the last 10 years, it's taken off, and we've been doing a lot more fundraising, and our chairman, Angie Eyre, is a fantastic fundraiser. But we also try to raise awareness of breast cancer, and I sit on various committees to ensure we get the best treatment and the best care for people here on the island.
And how does it feel for you and the charity to have won?
Oh, it feels wonderful. It feels amazing, really, to have won this. We didn't expect to win, which everybody will probably say, but we didn't. And it's a fantastic feeling for all the group, and we've got some newer members as well, so it'll be very, very good for them.
How many volunteers do you have working
We've
with
got 12 on the island. We've got our director of fundraising over from London, who's in the audience, so it's lovely to have her here.
Yeah. And what plans have you got for the future for the charity?
Well, we've got lots of fundraising events. We're actually going to do one with Isle of Man bowel cancer in the spring to summer. We've got a Valentine's ball and a New Year's dip for those that are brave, not looking at anyone in particular. I know you were very brave last year. And lots of things. I'm a trustee of Breakthrough Breast Cancer, so I do a lot in London as well.
You're not going to be dipping there.
So I'll be ready with the towels.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much indeed.
David, congratulations to you and Swagelock winning the Selton Manx Award for International Business of the Year.
Thank you.
Now, Swagelock is part of a big American operation, but you have the biggest operation outside the US in the Isle of Man.
That's
Why
correct.
the Isle of Man?
Well, Swagelock's been on the Isle of Man for 8 years now. The company that existed here prior to Swagelock's acquisition was a successful manufacturing company, had a range of products which complemented Swagelock's existing range of products that they make in the US and around the world, in fact, now. So they have a presence around the world, 57 countries Swagelock's selling in at least. So the Isle of Man had products and expertise and skills and equipment that suited Swagelock at that time, and Swagelock bought that company and effectively put those products into a global marketplace, and has been very successful. We've sold probably 3 times, almost 4 times what we were selling 8 years ago now.
And being part of the aerospace cluster has helped as well, has it?
It has indeed, yes. We cooperate very well as a manufacturing sector. We don't really compete with each other. We have the same customers, but we kind of have our own expertise, different types of products that we specialise in. So we work together as a sector. The aerospace cluster brings us together. It gives us connections to the UK. It gives us connections to what's happening in the rest of the world.
And International Company of the Year is quite an accolade. How do you feel about winning it?
Very proud, very surprised, absolutely delighted on behalf of everybody. Everybody works very hard. A lot of very talented people. We're hiring a lot of young people and trying to grow engineering and manufacturing, not just for the Isle of Man, but the global economy needs more engineering and manufacturing. So we're part of that growth.
Congratulations.
Thank
Well
you.
done. Congratulations, Helen and Phil, and Isle of Man Advertising and PR on winning the Isle of Man Government Award for Freedom to Flourish. Now, this is very much a family business.
Most definitely.
When did
Yeah.
you start it, Phil?
We started in September 1986, so this evening we've been celebrating our 25th anniversary. So it's a wonderful thing that it's happened.
Yeah. Yeah. So
We were doing the anniversary celebrations
what a
anyway.
way to celebrate your anniversary. Yes.
And I have to say, I'd like to say, that most of everything that has been achieved over the last 10 years has been achieved by Helen. I'm still connected to the business as chairman, but Helen's wonderful work, along with a wonderful team.
Most
We have
definitely.
a superb team of professionals in the business, but Helen is the leader. There is no doubt about that, it's not me.
And how has the business grown since you've been in charge, Helen?
Well, we've expanded in terms of numbers and in terms of what we do, you know, and we constantly modify our service offering to accommodate the changing needs of our clients and the changing environmental climate. You know, we've got e-gaming now, we have new technology, and you know, we research these new markets and we go for it. And we like to think that we deliver a first-class service to the clients who trust us to do their marketing for them.
The Isle of Man provides a good environment to flourish.
Most definitely, and access to everybody, whether it's a government department, you know, receiving this from the Chief Minister is fantastic, but, you know, all government departments are so accessible and supportive of local companies, but also the companies, the big name companies that we have here, not just the global organisations, but the fantastic Isle of Man companies that are based here, and they support us, but at the same time, we want to deliver for them, always.
Yes. And what are your plans for the future?
To just get better and keep learning. Definitely. Keep learning and deliver.
Congratulations. Olga, congratulations on winning the Lifetime Achievement Award. It seems you're a bit surprised about that.
I'm very, very surprised. It is an amazing moment. It's a moment in my life that perhaps when I look back on it, I wish I'd said a lot more. And I can't, except a huge thank you for even being considered for this, never mind being awarded with it.
But Michael, you and the family were obviously in on this. You were
I
filmed.
forget when I got summoned with Stephanie, we went down to Trudy's house and she told us what the format was, and we had to sort of suggest people who they could go to and get to know about all, you see. Stephanie did a lot of work on it.
How did you feel about it?
Well, I know Olga the way she is. Olga's a great giver. She finds it very hard to receive. She gives a lot of herself. And I thought, I don't know if she's going to face up to this. But she's worked a lot to Samaritans. You know, we work with Scouts, Boy Scouts and stuff like that. Always been involved with the community, Olga.
One of your remarkable achievements that's been highlighted is your work with the Gateway Drama Group. Can you tell me a little bit about the drama group?
Well, about 4 years ago, we had the British All Winners Festival coming to the Isle of Man. And it was suggested that we try and get a group of people with learning disabilities to take part. And this had never been thought of before, certainly not in the drama world. So I went out and about asking various questions, and I didn't get a lot of sort of useful suggestions. So I thought, well, I'll have a go at this myself. So I got together a group of 20 people with learning difficulties, ages from about 16 to 50. And a few helpers I encouraged, persuaded to come along, and we formed the Manx Gateway Drama Group. And we put on a presentation in the Studio One Theatre at Ballacameen as part of the festival, non-competitive. But the adjudicator for that festival was so impressed with the work he saw, he awarded us a special award for youth work, and we were thrilled at that. But I would just like to say to you that this group of 20 people have enhanced my life. They are very, very, very special. Most of them were reticent to even tell you their name when I met them, and now you can't get them to be quiet. And we meet every Thursday, and I love them to bits, and the work they've done is incredible. And people have said to me the difference, their lives have been turned around. Everyone has the right, really, to be able to communicate, and helping them through drama has done that. So yes, it's a special part of my life.
Yeah. And your granddaughter stole a few hearts when they were filmed.
Oh, Peter and Fiona.
Well, drama.
Very special going to stay with Grandma. You feel like you're in a top hotel, I think.
Oh, well, yes. We spoil them. We get spoiled.
Drama's always played a big part in my life from
Yeah.
a young girl at school.
Yeah.
And I thank my teachers for that. They introduced me to it. and I in turn now hope I can introduce them. I'm very proud that tonight my grandson Domenico has been appearing in Journey's End next door in the Gaiety, and he loves drama. He also takes part in the Thomas Cranmer Bible reading, which I help him with. And in fact, you can say we are a dramatic family. More drama off the stage than on the stage.
Well, it's a very, very rich life, isn't it?
It is.
Congratulations. Well done.
It is. Thank you.